Hey, good evening, everyone. How are we doing?
Hello.
Welcome back for another stream from us here all at SCS Software. It's great to see you all. I can see we're joined in the studio by some very special guests this evening. Nimiro, always great to see you. How are you doing, my friend?
Hello, Alex. I'm fine, thanks. What about you? I love the city behind your window.
Thank you. I
It
got to
looks
change
like
up the apartment look every single time. You got to go somewhere new, change the background to keep things fresh.
it looks
So
like
yeah,
Tokyo or the city from Cyberpunk.
pretty big city. Yeah, you might see a spaceship fly by any second. Who knows. I'm also joined by our special guest this evening,
Yes.
Saskia. It's great to have you. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Hello, everyone. I'm pretty excited to be here.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's great to have you in the studio coming to us live from Prague. And you're saying to us a little bit earlier that you're not quite used to having this sort of setup on you, having the gamer headphones on with the microphone. This is all quite new to you, right?
Yeah, it's totally new to me. Yeah.
It's a first time for you.
If I'm not dancing at home with my headphones, this is new.
That's
Not
gonna
to
be
disturb the
that's gonna
neighbors.
be 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
Yeah, silent disco in the kitchen. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, absolutely. And of course, it's great to see everybody that's watching from home or wherever in the world you're watching from as well. We're live on YouTube and on Twitch on our
Hey,
official
everyone.
channels there, as well as our Steam. And I've seen lots of familiar names already in the
Yep.
chat.
I can see
as well as a
Chenda
few
is
of
in
our
the chat.
colleagues.
Benny is in the
Yeah,
chat.
Chenda, Darius. and
Everyone
Benny,
wants to see
all of them.
Saskia.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, Saskia, you are quite a unique guest on our stream this evening. Usually, when we have these developer interviews, it's usually somebody from the map team or a member of the development team within our game that has a direct influence on your Truck Simulator 2 or American Truck Simulator. But it's great to have somebody that's just as important to the company, which is your role as senior HR specialist. And maybe you could introduce yourself a little bit to those who might not know what that means or what you kind of do for SCS Software.
Yeah. So I came to SCS 9 years ago. So it's a pretty long
9
time.
years.
Yeah, 9 years.
Wow.
And mostly I do recruitment and selection and headhunting and also people development. So this is the main. And before I came here, I ran kindergarten. So
You really?
yes,
I didn't know
it
that.
was a new
I didn't know that.
it was a new project, and it was funny. And here it's quite similar.
Oh,
In a good, of course, no. I mean,
shots fired.
no. I mean, in a really good way. No. I really, it was in a good way. We have fun here. People are great.
Oh, yeah, okay,
as
okay.
kids in kindergarten. So it's.
We're not all big children, Nimir. We're not all big
Yeah,
I mean,
but it's
I'm a big children,
yeah.
and I like it.
children. That's awesome, though.
So
And,
that was the
actually,
point. That it's
Yeah,
really
I wanted
great.
to actually focus on that. Like you talking about your past, it's always really interesting to know where people come from before they even join SCS Software, what kind of their backgrounds, and we
I
often are
didn't
surprised.
know
You already
that.
mentioned, you already mentioned kindergarten, which is, wow, news to us even.
Was that hard? Like,
Yeah, it was very hard
I-
because responsibility is just
how many kids were there?
not so many, but I was managing it. So I mostly spoke to parents, and you have this is the most important thing.
Yeah, so that the
in
parents
your
are
life,
satisfied and happy.
So imagine people, they own like half of the country and they leave the kid in kindergarten. So it was really hard. After 1.5
Big
years.
responsibility.
Yeah. So
Oh my God, I can't imagine myself in such a role, like being working with kids. I don't have any patience, so.
oh, it's not so hard.
It's not too bad, but I guess it helped you develop those skills kind of later down the line, right? Like as you were saying, you kind of compare SCS a little bit in that way in terms of, I would say, management skills, right?
Yeah. Actually, I completed my degree in HR management, so I do what I studied, and always part of my job was HR. So
You are actually PhD, right?
yeah, I mean,
Oh my goodness. Wow.
yeah, some kind. It's a bit different here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
It's
philosophy.
okay. Oh,
doctor.
it's okay to flex, if you've got a good degree, you've
Yeah,
worked
doesn't
hard
matter.
for it,
Yeah,
you're allowed
if
to
you
flex.
if you have this skill, Yeah.
No, that's so awesome to hear, and like that you're able to do your job that you kind of studied for as well. And I was actually going to ask a little bit about your past. You've mentioned kindergarten and, you know, obviously studying for HR as well. But before that, did you do any other studies? Was there any kind of interests or jobs that you did before SCS Software as well that you haven't mentioned?
I used to work for management of shopping center and also in financial company, and part of my job was like HR or office management, or let's say in general people work with people and work paperwork. So and when I came here it was so quick because in 2 weeks I met with Pavel twice, and in 2 weeks I just moved from Slovakia to Prague, so it was so quick.
Was it a big move, would you say, like to kind of gather everything up and just kind of move over, but something you were excited for, or what were your feelings at the time?
I didn't know. It was so new for me, and in SCS we were like 15 people.
Oh, so that's a big difference.
And I was first girl in SCS, so...
And now there is, how many of us?
Around more than 200.
More than 200 people,
yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So you basically like, or like we all basically like walk through your hands, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah.
Like you've met us and sat with us at the interviews with most of us here working.
But at the beginning, the people came through Pavel. He did job interviews and so on, and it was totally different, and it was nice, and I like that we have more girls in the team. But it was special at that time as well. You know, they took care of me, and of course we had unisex. Not of course, but at that time we had unisex toilets. So it was so funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was.
Oh no!
You know, so.
Well, then I'm sure you're definitely happy to see the company grow how it has now, you know, from those smaller times. And as Nimuro was saying, it must be amazing to kind of see how much growth has happened over even the past couple of years, like let alone, you know, how long you've been here from. And of course, you were at a different office at that time as well, in a smaller location, and things were different. But it seems like, as Nimuro was saying, you know, most people have passed through your hands in terms of HR, so it must be nice to kind of almost in a way know everybody, or at least you know, spoken with them or interacted with them a little bit. And I imagine that means you also conducted a lot of interviews as well during your time, right?
Yeah, and do you like still remember everyone's name, like everyone who like, I mean not today because of the COVID, like not many people is attending the office.
Yeah, it's a bit different because of COVID.
Yeah, but when the office is full and you just walk for a coffee and met like 10 people on the way there, do you like remember everyone's
I remember
name?
faces, not names. I mean, I remember a lot of them. Maybe I miss one or two, but because we don't meet each other on daily basis, so it's hard. But yeah, it works that way.
Amazing.
I remember with few people. I remember exact day, and you know the feeling. We had job interview. It's amazing.
Do you still remember mine?
Of course.
I was gonna ask. I was literally gonna ask. Like, was Nimuro sweating,
remember.
or how was he? Was he cool? Was he calm? You know, you can always give us the deets if you want to tell us. You know, something
it was
happened
totally
during
different with Chenda and with Nemiro, you know, because of.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's different personalities.
We came very shortly after it. After one each
different
other, right?
energy. So, yeah.
I mean, obviously it worked out. Sitting here now, you know,
probably,
next to each other,
Yeah.
Probably it was a good sign. It was a good sign.
Yeah.
But how incredible is that? Yeah, Darius in the chat saying you should expose everybody. You know? There's a lot of information you have for me to use.
Jonathan 1 is asking if I had more hair than back then than today.
I don't remember. That's a good question.
It's a great question. I love that.
I think you had short hair, so it was the same.
I had a little bit more, like.
Okay.
But like 1 or 2 centimeters more.
Okay.
So Electric is saying, so that's a no maybe. about the same. Gosh. So our next question probably for you is, how did you enjoy the company back then? What were the main differences, being a small company and now a larger company? Obviously, you've had to, I imagine, adjust a lot, grow your teams bigger and such like that as well. Would you say you kind of preferred it when it was smaller, or are you happy to have almost more work, and more people to deal with and such like that on a larger scale?
It was different. So it was great before, and it's great now as well. Before, we were sitting in 2 rooms or in one big and something, so we knew each other, and if someone said something, we all knew or we all heard about that. So, so we had informations, and we were close to each other, like on, and now it's, if you have 200 plus people, you cannot have coffee with each of them, like,
True.
so, but SCS is a very successful company, and which is great. So, I really love to watch it, how big it is, and it's not the end, hopefully.
So we still hiring, right?
Yeah.
We're still hiring always, yeah. I know
Yeah.
you're always working hard to find new people to join the company here as well. And I gotta ask you, maybe if we could go back down a bit memory lane again, but like, what would you say are some of the biggest milestones that you kind of remember celebrating with the company? Because like, I remember when I just joined SCS, they just extended the office at the current office that you're at, because we only had the one side of the floor, then it went to the whole floor, and now there's even another floor now, which is even crazier to me. So what are some of those kind of milestones that you remember? Was there like a moment where it's like, first 50 people in SCS,
Yeah.
100, and changing offices and stuff?
I came maybe 2 months after ATS2 was released. So my biggest milestone was ATS. In 2016, it was really big, and a lot of small celebrations. And of course, moving to the new office, it was great, because first I started at small flat at Vinohrady, and then we moved to IP Pavlova, and this is my 3rd office. So, and it, it's so much excitement here, because people are great here, and I don't know. I mean, that's why I'm still working here, because of the people and because of my job, of course. So, because the longest job I had, it was 7 years, and this is the time when people usually feel, or I don't know, but
like burnout maybe, or like
yeah, I mean, you just need to have some change,
yeah.
because you cannot bring fresh air to your job or something. But here it's different. I know that part of my job I have like different responsibilities or something, so it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not a stereotype. Stereotype.
But I really like to work here. It's amazing.
It's really different, right? Like you mentioned that from like before you started working here in SCS Software, you were also in a HR like manager role somewhere else.
Yeah.
So you worked with hiring people for a different
Yes.
for a company from a different
Totally
industry
different.
as well, and it's different,
Yes.
right? The
Yes.
game industry
Yes.
is like specific with the
Yes.
chemistry and
Yes.
the people in it.
Yes. The great thing is that we try to find between lines, So if we see some CV, and not each of us is good in to have like great CV, but it doesn't mean that there is he cannot be great or she cannot be great 3D artist or something. So we have to find, you just have to have feeling for that, and then of course we have to talk to them and so on. But it's easy and it's hard together to find skilled people. So, and we hired, and we need all of them, like 3D graphics, map designers, QA, programmers. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
And would you say like?
Yeah, I'm seeing those positions. Yeah.
Would you say like people who are like usually like attending our job offers, for example, programmers, 3D graphics, that they are like could you say like they are in general like maybe more shy or like more close into themselves, or vice versa, that they are extroverts in most of the cases? Or could you like profile them for this industry somehow? Like they usually do this, they usually have this in common, or is everyone like unique and totally different?
Yeah,
you know what
everyone
I'm
is
asking, like-
unique, but I think it's not regarding the industry, it's regarding to area, like programmers.
Okay, so like
and
graphic artists,
yes.
they have the
I
sense
think, yes,
for
yeah,
art
yeah,
and-
yeah, yeah, they are similar in something.
Okay, cool.
So
It's really interesting, and I can only imagine the amount of conversations you've had over interviews over the past, so many years, and it must be hard sometimes to kind of keep yourself fresh, as you're saying, keep yourself motivated. But I'm so happy to hear that you enjoy the job so much, and you enjoy the work and the company that we have here at SCS is great. And I love something that I've always admired about SCS, and I'm sure many people will agree with me, is that even from when I joined, it still felt like a kind of close-knit family. And like, yeah, sure, like, we might have extended into larger floors now, and there's people on separate floors, but like everyone still says hello to each other, everyone's still very nice to each other, and you can grab a coffee or a tea with them and chat with them if you want. And it's kind of try to keep that kind of same smaller company mentality on a larger scale, which is difficult. Let's be real, it is difficult these days. I can imagine from going from the 15 from where you started to now, it's very difficult to keep track of everybody. But it always felt so lovely with everybody, and everyone always made you kind of feel very, very welcome.
oh wow, that's nice.
Whenever you're at the office. So yeah, no,
I like
believe
that
personally.
Yeah, word up.
Yeah.
big up, exactly. So
I remember.
Yeah,
I remember when Branko, our colleague, lead of graphic department, when he used to say that, oh my God, we are making, because if you say someone no for application, Branko used to say that, oh my God, we are making decisions about their lives. It's so hard.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's really good for them, because if you don't match with the job you're applying for,
you wouldn't
it would be hard for both of us. Yes, or for so it's. I always trying to find the sunny side of it, that this person can find the job somewhere else where she or he will be happy, much more happy than wake up in the morning and not so skilled for this position. And
I believe that sometimes these people like who are like trying to get a job here, they don't even know if they want to work here, right? They just like trying to find a spot for themselves, and they just think that this would be great for them. But with the years of your experience, you probably can tell like, hey man, this is not good for you. Like you wouldn't be happy here.
Yeah. You are right.
Yeah, I had the same experience when I joined. I don't know if you remember, but I believe I originally applied for junior map designer when I first joined. So like, because I don't think there was any open positions at the time for marketing or anything like that. So when I believe it was yourself or a couple of others that approached me saying about we think we'd be better in marketing, doing social media and stuff like that, that would just felt like it was like a perfect fit. And I imagine you've done that for quite a few people in the past as well, and it's very important to kind of find where they will best fit within the company when they've got some good skills and they're going to be valuable for the company.
And this is really also good that if we do not have open position, you can apply anyway, because if you're good in something which we can use and it's related to game development, so the company, we can find some place for you. Not always, but we have people that are working here, and on positions they wasn't open. So this is really cool.
And I know you've been advertising a lot on LinkedIn and on different platforms as well about open positions. If people are interested to learn more, see what positions we got, where's the best place for them to go? Is it on the jobs part of the site?
You can see, or they can see everything on our career pages. So it's scsoft.com, and there is a career area, and everything is there. So
There you go, folks. So those wondering in
Yeah.
the Twitch chat and YouTube chat right now, I see a few of you looking around, asking where they can find out more information. Head on over there because all the information you need to know
Yeah.
on current open positions, and I believe there's even a contact email there if you have any further questions.
Yes, there is.
You can find them all there. Yeah, so I'm sure Saskia or another
Yeah.
member of the HR
Yeah.
team would always be happy to respond to your emails and any questions that you might have about these positions or anything else.
Yes.
I'm sure you get quite a lot of emails, and that brings me to your position right now within HR. I think a lot of people would be interested to know on a day-to-day basis, what are your kind of main things that you do? Do you kind of have a routine? You go, okay, I'm going to go get my tea with some milk and
Tea.
sugar.
Oh
and then
yes,
I'm gonna
tea with milk.
go to the
No,
office.
I'm coffee person,
Yeah.
but I love tea with milk.
I see what you did there, Alex. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Team
But
tea,
it must
team
be
tea, one,
very
let's go.
strong tea. Not so, just
Do you drink tea with milk?
yes.
Me too. But Alex, teach me that.
Oh,
So-
I love that. But it must be really strong tea. As Alex,
Yeah, it has to be
Alex
strong
brought
tea,
from
yeah.
London because we don't have strong tea here. Remember?
Yeah, I bought the Yorkshire tea.
Yeah.
If anyone knows Yorkshire tea, that is what I brought. And
Yeah.
I haven't been to the office back for a while since, so I need to smuggle more over, basically. So,
But we
but yeah,
can-
on a day-to-day basis, like, what is your kind of day-to-day schedule like?
Mm-hmm.
Do you first go to your emails and then you usually have some meetings, or is it different every day?
Yeah. So usually in the morning, I'm checking the new applicants. So it's like I'm trying to find something for us or try to find someone to join our team. So of course, you just need to see a few emails and CVs and so on. But this is part of the day. And then also we do phone calls with them. And then we have new cooperation with the schools as well, with universities. So we are,
Oh, wow, okay.
yeah, this is like new projects. So we are doing that as well, and we have meetings. It's there are so many. Oh, okay, we will join eCarriera, so it's some kind HR with marketing department. So
Yeah,
we
like-
have 4 HR
Events that we
events,
will
yes.
attend. Yeah.
So it's organization behind that because on 2 of them we will have simulators. So
And these
Yeah.
events are usually some kind of events that are organized by universities and stuff like
Yeah.
that, right?
and if we are in the office, so I usually spend some time with colleagues, and some of them are talking to us about some problems which are not
Yeah, that's-
such a
that's-
big problems
That's
at
actually
the end.
right.
Yeah.
You girls from HR are also
Yeah.
the people everyone's attending to
Yeah.
with complaints and
Yeah.
he said that to me
We-
in the kitchen. And
Sometimes we do happiness management.
yeah.
Yeah, because if you think that your problem is so big, and if we are talking about that, I don't mean only about the work, but also personal stuff. So at the end, you can realize that it's not such a big problem as you thought before. So, but it's hard now because if we are we are working from home. So
Yeah,
it's-
I wanted to ask, is your work and the recruitment process and everything harder when there is COVID, or when there is when the applicants can actually come here? Is it easier,
we
or
prefer to meet them in person because it's totally different if you do job interview and you see the person or not. But we had few months during COVID. We did only online job interviews, and I think people still here. So
yeah?
let me know.
I believe from
wood.
our team is Darius and Benny, right?
Yeah.
We did interview with them fully
Yeah.
online. No, Benny
Benny
was
was here.
here in
Benny was
person,
here.
and Darius was
Yeah.
fully online.
Yeah. So it's different feeling, which it's better if you see the person, but if you cannot to meet them in person, so
Because
but
the body language is actually very important,
it's
right?
very important. Yeah. So
True.
and we do the same. So if we can, we have interviews in the office, so it's much better.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree, and I don't know. I feel like those kind of face-to-face interviews are always
And
lot
part
more,
of
you
the
can tell
job
kind of the character
interview,
of a person, right?
yeah, and
Yeah.
part of the job interview sometimes is that we show around the office,
True.
which is, you know, you are much more closer to that, you know, that you want that job, because
Yeah.
some people, they don't know. It's not that it's something bad, but they are trying to find themselves or something. So we do more when we have job interview in the office.
Yeah, I still remember that I was pretty impressed even with the previous
Yeah.
offices at IP Pavlova.
Yeah, it
and-
was big. It was a really big step.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
a huge difference. Like now, when everyone's like trying to attend the job, and Saskia is taking him or her around the office, they can see like there is like our own gym, for example. And
Yeah.
it must
Right.
feel like, oh my God, is this a Google or something like that? You know.
Yeah.
At least I hope so. At
Yeah.
least I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for nobody that's been to our offices before, like also the sense of scale, because you know our offices are so big now
Yeah.
across multiple floors. Like if you're from one end to the office, the other end of the office, it almost feels like you're going into a different country. You feel like you have to get your passport out or something because you're walking so far.
Yeah.
And you know it must be a pretty good workout having to walk around the office
Yeah.
so much with new people always
Sometimes-
joining. And
Sometimes I walk 5 kilometers in the office.
Per day.
Yes,
no
per
way.
day. Yeah.
You record it?
Yeah.
On like your watch?
And
or-
usually I say that we have everything in the office but swimming pool, you know, because really you can find everything here. So
Are we going to get one?
ask Pavel
yeah.
and
Can we get
Tomáš.
that?
on the roof? On the roof?
Yeah,
maybe?
on the roof. Oh,
I
it
was going to
would
say
be
that. Yeah.
it would be perfect.
Yeah, if we can get a pool and a hot tub,
Oh,
that
yeah.
combination, perfect. So, you know, you can go do some yoga in gym,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
chill
yeah.
out in the pool or whatever afterwards.
Yeah.
That's it. I think a lot of people would then choose to live in the offices if that was if that was the case. I think that's one of the only few things missing from the office to actually live there. So, but no, it's true. We have so many great facilities, and I think a lot of people are often surprised. And is there anything in the office that takes people by surprise the most when you show them around for the first time? Is anyone's like, oh wow, that's so cool that you have this. I've never seen this before.
Yeah,
I would
most.
say the massages. Right?
Yeah.
The massage.
Yes.
Massages,
Yeah. Gym is not so usually in the office, so this is pretty big, and of course.
It isn't like other companies, like I mean, like the big companies, or at least the companies like
In big
the same
companies,
size,
yeah,
like
yeah.
SCS, they do have gyms as well. Or?
I don't think so. Usually they have like the cards for
Yeah,
you
cards
know.
for the
yeah.
nearby gym,
Yes,
like, yeah,
yes,
okay.
yes. So, yeah.
Good to know.
I think for me it was like
I think it's not like one thing. It's just whole office.
It's multiple
like,
things.
Wow.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's everything.
it's all together.
it's almost like they think of everything, right, to kind of make you comfortable. You're like,
Yeah.
oh man, they got a chill out area. They have,
Yeah.
you know, all the different gaming areas. You can have a quiet place. You can have a place
Yeah.
where you can play ping
And
pong.
actually, you
have a
can
place where
stand
gym.
behind
Ah,
your
it's so cool.
desk, so which is really great for your bag and for your body. So it's great. And we have
also
special
very
chairs for sitting, so it's really
Yeah.
healthy. And we do yoga
I believe-
and
What was it? Our offices won an award, right? Did we win an award
Yeah,
for our
it won.
offices?
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah,
nominated?
yeah.
For the healthy,
Yeah.
healthy environment.
Yes, a healthy environment. Yes.
And then
There you go.
and as well a award of public choice, I would say,
Yeah.
as the best office
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Prague.
Wow. That's what I mean. Well, chat. If you're watching and you're looking for an open position, we're convincing you here. It's a good office to work at for sure. Definitely go check out the jobs page. You know, if you're not convinced already, you know, we'll add the pool and the hot tub maybe a little bit later. We'll see what happens. Nimro's the head of that project now. So,
Yeah.
so we'll down to him to get that pool running on the rooftop.
I'm gonna be the
Nimro,
manager of the hot tub.
We're looking for a lifeguard. SCS lifeguard. Perfect. Yeah, no. And what would you say you enjoy most about your job? Is there something that you just really love to do?
I
Tough
don't
question,
think I
I'll be
can
honest.
say like this or that. In general, it's perfect for me, you know. And it's first kind of job what I do. Second, people. It's because it is big part of my job, people in the office, they are just great. They are skilled, they are professionals, and personalities. You can find it's diversity of people. It's totally different. So each of us can find some, let's say, soulmate or someone. So each day with the colleagues, it's different, and I really like to spend time with them or work with them. And third, of course, the office. So it's like 3-in-1, job or responsibilities, then people and office. It's like whole package.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's so cool
it
to hear.
is.
Just lots of
Still
things
surprising
kind of adding up.
when I'm talking about it. I'm still surprising that it's just great.
Yeah, and it's been such a different journey over the last couple of years, you know, with the pandemic and everything as well. But hopefully things will get back on track again soon. I think something that I'm sure most people say they also miss as well is like, you know, when we had the release parties and the little team building days as well, which are also very important for everyone as well, to kind of get to know each other better and work with each other. But hopefully those will return again in the future.
We were really prepared for pandemic because of management and Pavel and Tomáš, and it was really great. You know, we just moved from office.
They actually it almost looked like they knew about it,
Yes.
like ahead, like
Yes.
right? They were like, hey guys, let's try a few days of home office
Yes.
for the full company, because we think like in a few weeks we're gonna be forced to do this.
Yeah.
And then it was like a few weeks
Yeah.
after it came, and we were
Yeah.
like, okay, so we know what to do. Everyone pack around and, you know, get safe at home, and it was amazing.
Yeah, you know, if kids feel insecure and parents take care of him or her, so it was like, or I had feeling like that. Okay, this is what will happen, so we will do that, and you just do it, and it's great, and they still keep office healthy and so on. So I feel really secure here, and it's just that's why pandemic was not easy, but it was. We were prepared, so it was great.
Yeah, no, it seems like it, you know, obviously there's a few challenges that you kind of have to overcome, especially in the first few weeks that it was happening. It was all very new to a lot of people, but like Mira was saying, that once we kind of got settled in, it almost seems like we're ready for it. Everyone, you know, people were just like, okay, make the transition, make it happen now, let's go, sort of thing. You know, no time to waste, sort of thing, which is really, really great. So and now it's become a little bit of I think we're still on a bit of a hybrid situation right now. Is that correct? In the office, where it's still some people working from home, some people are at the office on a few days and such like that as well. And of course, the health and safety of the employees has always been paramount at SCS Software. And you know, I imagine it's had to keep you a lot more on your toes, and you realize, you know, oh wait, we need to bring in more cleaning supplies and tests and all these different things that, you know, you had to have during the pandemic, and things that you never kind of thought about before, which brings new challenges, which I imagine is kind of fun for you to problem solve, but at the same time can be a lot of work, right?
Yeah, it is. But I hope we will come back to the office, because everything goes quicker and it's different atmosphere, and people are not alone at homes, not all of them, but you know, if a few of them, they have like 3 kids plus, and it's really crazy to stay at home. So
I really admire anyone who's having a kid or children, or even like freshly born babies, you know, during these hard times, because I can't imagine how hard it must be to basically like be the teacher or like a support teacher for your kids at home, because they are at home as well, so there is no school for them. Then also be there for, like, you know, to provide food for them, provide entertainment for them, and then you still like are supposed to work at the same time. So like that must be crazy.
Yeah, it was a real tough challenge for everybody, for sure. Like, and everyone had their own different personal challenges that they had to kind of work through and overcome, whether that be with their leaders or with HR. And but you know, it seems like things have gone smoothly, and it's all thanks to a lot of people, you know, including HR. So it's fantastic to see that we've been able to adapt. You know, they say, what's that movie quote where it's like, overcome, adapt, and improve, or whatever it is. I don't remember what the actual code is, but it's great to see either way. So we wanted to ask you a little bit, because I know you mentioned before the stream that you're not actually, that big into your games.
Yeah.
Despite working at a game studio, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people like their games, some people don't. But we kind of wanted to ask you, how do you, feel about Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator? Have you ever really played them? Have you had a chance to try them? Because obviously being at the company for such a long time, it's all around that. But for you, is it something that you've really ever been interested in, doing the trucking or anything like that?
This is a hard question for me, but my heart is in game development, so I have to tell it. But I don't play games. Of course, I played Euro Truck and American for a few times, but and I really like games. But I'm different generation, so for me it's something new, So people around 20, they born with some game, it's totally different. So for me,
we basically been downloaded.
Yes,
we haven't been born.
Yes.
We've been downloaded.
Yes. So so for me, it's much better to stand behind my colleagues and to watch them to play, because I have more from the game than if I play by myself, But so I am interested in games, but I don't play them. So because you have to know about them, and when we went to Gamescom, it was just great. It's amazing. So
It really is. You can see how many people actually kind of play games and how kind of mainstream it is, because you see thousands of people at different expos and stuff like that. You mentioned you've been to Gamescom. I believe you've actually been to a few different trips with SCS before, right? When we're showcasing our games. Which other events have you been to? You've been to Gamescom? And
I went with marketing department.
Yeah, you was with us even at the ETRC race, right?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow!
Wow, it was great. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I heard that was a lot of fun because obviously you're not there just to show your game, but you can also hear the trucks racing around and the noise and the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And I don't know how the weather was when you were there as well. Hopefully it was sunny.
It was sunny. It was very hot. Yes.
It was very warm.
Hot. Yeah.
Very, very warm. So I got a bit of a suntan as well. So there's a plus as well in there. So
of course, if you love to play games and if you into it so deep, it's good to have this energy for working in game development. But on the other side, it's not necessary. It's such a big advantage, but it's not necessary. You can be great programmer or 3D artist or in QA you have to, so it's different.
Of course.
I just want to say that you can be really good and work for game development even if you don't play games. But with me it's different because I have my heart here. It's just I don't play it, but everything is interesting for me. So I like that, and I like the people here. They wear costumes, and a few of them are so into it. It's so new. It's just great.
Yeah, it's great to see the atmosphere of all the different employees and what they do to kind of make their work fun and to kind of keep themselves fresh as well. Because that's of course important as well, because you've got to enjoy the work as well. You got to find ways to keep yourself happy as well while you're working, whether that be in the form of Easter eggs, like you said, some people wear costumes to work, cosplay or whatever, or like have some fun on their days, like for Halloween or whatever. It's so incredibly important. And like you said, it's not completely necessary to love the games, but of course it is a big advantage, especially if you know the game. I know quite a few people in the chat earlier were discussing like, it must be a dream for people who've come from the community, who have applied for a job, then actually get a job in SCS Software. Even I think there's a few people like that, Yeah. What are you going to say, Nimue?
I just wanted to because I just remembered that you, Saskia, was even at the special event where they were recording the first sounds,
I was thinking about that.
Smashing the cars and crashing. So it,
really?
Yeah.
It was at the airport.
It was actually you who smashed the window of the car when it was recording the sounds for crashes.
I remember that because I think the video is on the SCS Software
Yeah,
YouTube
it is.
channel.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think were you quite nervous or scared to kind of smash up the cars, Saskia?
It was. It
I mean,
wasn't
Alex,
so.
would you be? I mean,
it-
I would love to smash a car, but
Me too. I mean, I'd love it as well.
You need quite a lot of energy for that. It's not so easy to do that.
Yeah, because I think they gave like a big sledgehammer, right?
Yes,
Is it a-
yes,
well, a
yes. They gave me
sledgehammer or
and they
something?
asked me for that, and I was like, "What? Okay, let's do that."
Good stress relief. I think
Yeah.
we need to have another session like that again soon. I think, get a couple of old cars on.
old cars, Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Rolls Royce.
Let's smash a Rolls
Smash
Royce.
a Rolls Royce.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Hey, if
You
you're
can do
paying,
box
if
in
you're paying.
in the gym, So if you
Dude, there is
so if you need to.
Saskia, please don't smash any cars, please. That's a lot of paperwork. Just go to
Yeah.
the gym,
You can hurt yourself. Yes. Yes.
There's too much health and safety and red tape behind that sort of stuff these days. But no, yeah, that's so interesting that you've also been able to involve yourself with lots of different activities as well within SCS Software. Because I think we've always said it before, Nimo. It's like when you come to SCS Software, sometimes you don't always just end up just doing what you set out to do
True.
as a job. Sometimes you get involved in a lot of other things. Like, for example, we've discussed it numerous times before, but Nimo not only does marketing, but also does the special transport routes, for example, as well, where getting involved in development. And I guess the question would be like, has SCS Software always been that flexible, allowing people to kind of try out other areas if they wanted to, say, oh, actually, I've been here for a little while, can I maybe try out this and that? Is that something people can do?
SCS is so flexible. Sometimes it's hard because it's like with the fans. Everybody or a lot of people, they can have ideas and great ideas, but just few of them you can get real because sometimes no time, no people or whatever, but management is really open to new ideas and they want to keep open door policy. So if you have something, maybe it cannot happen now, it can happen in a few months or 2 years, maybe it will not happen at all, but everybody has a chance. If it's great idea and if it, it just, that's why this is the part of SCS, I think.
That's really fantastic. Yeah, it's great to see that everyone can kind of get involved something if they want to learn a new skill or maybe even transition to a different department. I'm sure maybe that's happened in the past as well, where people have gone from a different department because they found their calling somewhere else or found another part to be a little bit easier for them, for example.
And
so that's really great though.
Sometimes you just need to change the job responsibilities or just you need to leave the company for some time and some people are come back. If the relationship is correct and people are great, SCS is open for that, which is really great. So, it's normal that sometimes you just, not all of them, few of them, but sometimes you just need to go to, I don't know, to different country for a few weeks or something, or a few months, and then come back with a clean head, so.
Yeah, it's good to kind of keep your mind clear and refresh yourself every now and again when you have the opportunity to do so. So I know a lot of people have been kind of craving to get out a bit more recently because of how long the pandemic's been going on for and restrictions and stuff, but we all find our own ways to do it.
We also have a lot of people that are like working for us on a daily basis, but they are not living in Prague, right? Or they've been living here and then moved out. I mean, like, for example, Alex, Oscar.
Yeah, a few of them,
James.
yes. So they are like the contractors. It's different, yes, but
But
if you have,
like...
it is. If you have reason, and we want you to be a part of SCS, and you will be happy in your, let's say, home country or something. So it is possible.
It's great. It's great to see how flexible again and adapting, SCS Software is to those kind of situations.
It's different when you. It's like with you used to work here. So you know the job and everything. So it's much easier now when you work from home. Let's say you know
it's easier to
you know the workflow.
Yeah. And it's much more harder if you are totally new and you want to work from from another country. It's you don't know pipeline and all the stuff. It's much more harder, and we prefer in-house work if it's possible. All new people are in-house. So
Which
if it's
possible,
yeah.
Of course, yeah, which makes complete sense. So, but no, thank you for that insight. I'm sure a lot of people will find that very interesting. Those maybe who are thinking about applying for SCS software in the future. I know a lot of people always mention in our chats and chat, if you're listening, give us a heads up if you ever thought about applying to SCS. I know for a lot of you, it could be a dream job. Whether that be doing design or map or
programming,
art,
QA,
programming, whatever it be, let us know if you'd love to work at
2D
SCS
for
one day.
marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We currently are looking for
2D graphic
to
marketing. Yes, to
so
marketing department.
Anyone in the chat? In the chat nailing Photoshop or other software?
Yeah.
Feel free to apply.
If you want to join the marketing department, with some great people like Nimiro and Benny and Darius and myself and even have your Twitch sword taken away and given back multiple times. If that's something you're interested in, then Nimiro is the marketing guy for you.
Or any other department as well.
Maybe finally see Philip for real, because
I know he is a real person.
He's a real person. He's a real person, Chan.
Philip is a real person. I know we always mention him and thank him, and we always mention his name, but you never see him. But
he's like a Colombo.
He is a real person.
He's like a Colombo's wife. No one ever seen him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, time is running away with us, so we're going to move on to a different part of our questions here. Talking a lot more about the past and the present, and now we're going to move on a little bit to the future here. And we wanted to ask you, Saskia, what would you love to see for SCS software in the future? In terms, would you love to see the company grow even more, or even open different branches of offices in different locations in the world?
Asia.
Have you ever thought about the future of SCS?
In Asia.
This is question for Pavel or Tomáš, but I really like the idea that all of us are in one office. This is just great, but I can imagine that there must be a lot of great people to have office in Asia or something. And for me is the most important to keep the atmosphere, that we would love people to be happy here and they like the job. And probably we will grow because new areas are calling, so this is the important for me, or for HR, or for for all of us, to keep the atmosphere and to be happy with the job and like to go to work, to enjoy it. So.
Yeah, I think SCS have worked hard to kind of keep that same kind of energy and kind of smaller company feel, where everyone kind of feels welcome and is inclusive and all that sort of stuff. And I imagine it's getting harder and harder every single day with the more people that join. But
we will see where we will move because there is no so much space. But the building is quite big, so
it is.
I'm sure they will find, if they want to, a place for swimming pool and jacuzzi
on the roof. Let's go to the roof.
Make it happen. Make it happen. Yeah, because I remember when I was
after
there,
working hours, okay,
yeah.
or early in the morning. Yeah.
I can imagine someone working through the office, during the middle of the day.
I mean, streaming from the hot tub is quite a huge thing for for marketing, right? Alex? So next stream from a hot tub.
Yeah, I'm down for that. No, it's great, but yeah, it is so weird. I think the last time I was in the office it's not too long ago, but how when I first joined, they just opened up that second part of the office. It felt so big and spacious, and it was like, wow, there's so much extra room now.
And
like you said, now it's almost completely filled up, right? It's so hard you have to move people around and find spaces where people can
it's
go.
quite exciting as well that
so
companies growing and there's still so much work to do, which is perfect, you know. So
It doesn't stop. It just keeps on going. It keeps on growing. Keeps on
so
growing.
for
which
people
is
they
really
have
good.
loan, there is they you know there is job for them, you know, if you think that. So it's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Well, we've asked about the past and present and the future of your work at SCS Software, and but now we want to kind of get to know you a little bit more personally, Saskia, and we have kind of almost like a quick question round where we kind of go through some more fun little questions about you, and it starts off with a question which kind of already touched on. You said you're not really a gamer at all.
Yeah.
But is there any games that you have played? And if you have played one, do you have one that you really enjoy? But if not, it's okay.
Football.
FIFA?
Football.
Yeah, FIFA.
FIFA?
Yes.
FIFA, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Good
I
call,
like that
good
one
call.
because you just mash the button and it's like
Yes,
complete.
yeah. I don't really know what I'm doing, but you know, it's it's great. So, but it was just a few times, and
Did you win?
yes.
Oh,
But
yeah.
don't ask me how. Don't ask me how.
Natural born gamer. There you
Yeah,
go. You have
yeah,
more skills than you think. All right. Do you have a favorite movie? This is a tough one. Also,
It
there's
is.
so many good movies out
I don't know if I like to. I don't have TV at home because if I have TV, it will be all the time on. So I try to be responsible. So I have Netflix instead of TV, and
But you have like a projector, right? Or...
yes, I have projector, and
Really?
yes.
Oh, how cool
So
is that,
it's like
right?
special time for me and my friends, or if we watch something. So I don't watch often, but I like to watch documentary or architecture or some
Which kind of-
stupid comedies or
Yeah.
something. If you just want
Just
to,
to
or
let the brain relax.
yes,
like-
or James
Yeah.
Bond, like 10 of them, just one, and then second one, and so, or
And
some.
which kind of documentary, like Earth documentary, or some industry, or maybe crimes, or
Architecture, like how
Architecture.
special buildings.
okay.
And it's funny because we went to Tuscany on the New Year's Eve, and we saw the winery there, and I saw it on Netflix.
Really?
It was just, it was
like, oh my God,
great.
oh my God, I
Yeah,
saw this
it was perfect. And actually, a friend of mine, he's from Netherlands, and when he came to Prague, he told me that he saw on Netflix that in Prague is like a gate into 3D or something like that, and he told me,
What?
find that gate. I said, I have no idea. So it's like
No, okay.
Prague. He told me that there is documentary that Prague has special energy, and there is some gate in a third dimension.
And he believes that?
I don't know, but he is like
he was
a
like,
doubt.
okay,
It's a-
drink these 5 beers, and
yeah.
then we go there.
And I asked few people, and they told me, yeah, I've heard about that, and it's true. I said, oh, are you kidding me?
No
so
way.
yes,
What?
I don't know.
That's so cool.
It was a bit scary, so I didn't find that.
Me neither.
Gate.
If you will find it, just tell me what it is.
I know that
Yeah.
it's not true what you find on Netflix. Not all of it, So.
True.
But did you see the
Well, I would
did you
love
see
to.
the new movie, the Don't Look Up?
Not yet, but
You should.
have you seen that?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Have?
I kind of liked it. I enjoyed watching, but I also was kind of sad because it basically like speaks the truth about the humans, I would say, in some extent. So yeah, but it's a great movie, full of great actors.
So you recommend
I
it?
have not
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
that.
You didn't?
Don't Look
Alex?
Up.
You haven't?
I haven't watched it yet either, so I need to.
You should,
Okay.
you should.
I saw the new Spider-Man. I saw the Kingsman. The one
Oh, Kingsman! I love that
Kingsman,
movie.
I would love to see that. I would love to see the new
Yeah.
one.
It's the prequel. Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
really good actually. I really enjoyed
It's
it.
right.
So,
It's
no
like
no spoilers.
the main villain is there, the Rasputin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No
I'm not gonna say
spoilers.
anymore.
No spoilers.
I'm not gonna say
okay.
anymore. I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
go with that. We'll just go with that. But it's very good. Yeah.
That is
but no, I'll have to watch that.
Dario is saying in the chat if we should do a movie party. Okay, let's do it.
SCS
Let's do it.
it.
In the pool on the
Yeah.
roof.
Yeah, in the hot tub. We'll get the hot tub and Saskia can bring the projector and then we'll be good
Yes.
to go.
Yes, yes.
Good stuff. Okay, do you have a favorite drink, whether that be alcoholic
Yes.
or non-alcoholic?
Yes.
What
Mimosa
is your
for
favorite drink?
breakfast.
Mimosa for breakfast.
This is my favorite.
wow, okay.
Yeah,
And
no,
this is
because
how we hire people.
because if I no during the weekends, if I have mimosa for breakfast, I know I'm on holiday. So this is my really favorite
So
drink.
that's your like kind of a holiday signature.
Yes,
Like-
yes.
It's not a proper holiday until
Yes,
you have a mimosa
yes,
at
yes,
breakfast.
yes,
Gotcha.
Yeah, sometimes when I have it at the evening, I feel like on holidays. So this is just my time.
Mimosa. I don't think I ever had one. I don't know how that tastes.
It's not so strong as just prosecco. So this orange juice in it, it's just
It's orange juice and prosecco.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, cool. That sounds great
Yeah.
actually.
So you feel like you drink just juice, and it's not only juice. So
That's dangerous.
Yes.
That's dangerous. That's tricky. Yeah.
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 I've had sweet alcoholic stuff before, and it's very dangerous when it's
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah,
And you're like,
yeah.
I can keep
Yeah,
drinking
you are
this.
right.
It's fine.
yeah. Or dry prosecco is also my drink as well. So and with non-alcoholic, of course, English tea with milk.
Oh, Alex, here
I
you
see,
go. Here you go.
Yeah,
Saskia, what can I
I love
say?
it. I love it. I loved it before Alex came. So it's
There you go. Not
It's
biased
great.
at all. There you go. See.
yeah, it's great. It's great.
That's
But you drink coffee as well.
one.
I drink. Yeah, I also love coffee, the small one, like Italians
Espresso.
drink. Yeah,
or
espresso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to know. Well, good to know. I do like that answer. Okay, so keeping on that kind of like subject of things we drink or eat.
Yeah.
Favorite food? Do you have a favorite food?
Not really. I mean,
Favorite meal,
I like Asian food.
Really?
Something
Noodles or rice?
light, rice,
Rice?
light and vegetables and all this stuff.
Okay. So no meal in particular that really takes your fancy, like a steak or
Oh,
pizza
seafood.
or anything like
Seafood.
that.
I really
Seafood.
yes,
Seafood, really?
yes.
And which one?
Octopus.
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 Oh
Yes.
my god.
Octopus,
Yes.
really?
Yeah. I don't really like fish. I eat them because they are healthy. Sometimes I eat them, but I prefer just seafood.
But salmon, for example, is good, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Sushi? So sushi,
Sushi,
like-
yeah.
Sushi. Yes.
Sushi trip.
Yeah.
When?
Yeah.
When?
Sushi is good. Okay, interesting to know. Seafood. I'm not really a big seafood guy, and I'll be honest, I've never tried lobster or crab.
Me neither.
Oh,
Never
lobster
had
is
lobster or crab
just
before.
great.
Me neither.
So I've heard it's good.
Because we
Crab
don't
I've
have it
never
here,
had it.
so I don't eat it so
Yeah.
often.
It's not really fresh here.
Yeah, it's good to have it fresh, so you
Yeah.
have to travel.
You have to catch it.
I know, yeah. go yourself.
And battle it to
if
death.
you catch it, you can have for dinner. If not,
Yeah.
no dinner. No fishing, no dinner.
Yeah, you have to fight it. You have to
Yeah.
fight it and kill it
Yeah.
with
It's
your
like
bare
Bear Grylls,
hands.
you know,
Yes.
like survival. Yeah.
Yes.
What's that movie Castaway with Tom Hanks, where he's like on a desert island?
Wilson.
and he's learning to fish. Wilson. Yeah, exactly. All right, another question. You were speaking a little bit about holidays earlier.
Yeah.
Do you have a kind of dream vacation location, somewhere that you love to go or would love to visit in terms of a vacation or holiday?
I realized that I've never been, or not. I realized that I haven't seen yet so many great places in Europe. So I prefer to stay here to see the most, and then I don't know. I mean, in each country you can find something which is very interesting. So
I mean, you can find something very interesting like right behind your house.
yeah, it's true. So for me, it's a much more with who am I than
True.
the place where I go. Of course, if you go for a trip or holiday or whatever, it's different if you spend time with your friend or boyfriend in Como in Italy or somewhere, or if you
Yeah,
are
of
sitting
course, like-
if you are sitting here in
Certain places like cannot be found anywhere else. Like, of course, that if you want to see
Right, of course.
Eiffel Tower, then
Yeah.
you have to go to Paris. Like,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Or you can
Yeah,
have
no, that
small
makes
one
complete
here.
yeah, true. Pet scene, right?
You don't have to go to
Up on the
Paris.
hill.
It's like Eiffel Tower from Wish.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's a bad habit, though. I think you're right about that. That we don't really kind of appreciate or visit much of our own country's landmarks and
Yeah.
areas. And I'm the same in the UK as well. I've barely explored here around England, and I've been to Scotland and I've been to Wales, but I've never been to Ireland. and
But
that's one
come
place
on,
I'd
Alex,
like
like
to go.
Scotland, for example.
Tick
Oh,
off the
Scotland
list.
is on my list this year.
Scotland's
I
beautiful.
One of the most
Yeah.
beautiful countries I ever like
Scotland, yeah.
witnessed, and
The Highlands. Oh,
yeah,
it's
the
great.
Wow.
Isle
Yeah.
of Skye, that was the heaven on earth.
Fantastic.
Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Chenda? I'm sure Chenda will speak up.
If
any
Chenda
minute.
is in the
Does
chat,
that,
then he probably will like confirm that.
Yeah.
He'll be wearing the kilt already. Anyway, he's got the bagpipes out. No. He's loving it. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you have a favorite kind of like band or music that you have, Saskia? Something you like to enjoy listening to?
This is the same or very similar as with the playing games. If I do something like working or studying or whatever, I cannot have music on because it's very
that's
disturbing
really?
me.
Okay.
It's disturbing me. So maybe sometimes I can, but it's like totally classic stuff like Vivaldi or Mozart or something.
Really?
Yeah, because with no opera, you cannot sing in it. It's disturbing me, but
I mean,
just
they are not singing in opera. They are just screaming.
yeah.
Someone's hurting them.
So
Classical death metal, you know.
and if I drive, usually I listen some podcast or something. So
yeah.
my favorite music is if I go out, I dance at home. So it's totally commercial music, you know,
Gotcha.
like dance music, the best of this year or last year or whatever, and that's it. I went to few concerts. I went to London for Maroon 5 concert.
Really?
Yeah, because
Wow, okay.
They're quite good. I like them.
yeah, it was great. And the guy, the singer, I used to go for I used to sing in the school, you know, when you have like basic education.
Yeah.
So I have that. I cannot sing, but I have that. So I can listen everything. And this Adam Levine, he's just, you know, he can you can hear that he's just great singer. I was so amazed. I think if you are on any kind of concert, the atmosphere can, you know, fill you in. It's but if it's something you like, it's just great. And I saw Paul McCartney here, and he was
Really?
singing
Wow, okay.
for, I don't know, 2.5 hours. He
Really?
didn't drink. He didn't have any break. He didn't drink anything. He was like, he's got so much energy. I was so surprising, you know. So it's yeah. So I don't have specific, but I know what I like or which concert I would like to see. So usually I go there, and there are a few of them. So
I think I remember you telling me one time when I came into work. This is, mind you, probably a couple of years ago now. But I remember you saying that you had a friend who just happened to have a spare ticket to go see 21 Pilots.
yes,
Was that correct?
Yes,
Right?
yes.
In Prague. And I just remember
tickets.
thinking, like,
How can anyone have
21
like
Pilots.
spare tickets
Yes.
for 21
Like,
Pilots? Like,
yes.
I mean, I was like, and this is like a very, okay, they have quite a variety of music, you know, from kind of slower songs to really like kind of a bit more screaming,
Yeah.
screamo kind of type songs as well. And I was like, I remember asking, like, oh, what did you think of it? Because I like 21 Pilots, I don't mind them, but I didn't think it was going to be kind of your gig. But you said
Yeah.
you really enjoyed it, you know, experiencing something new.
Yeah.
Right?
And you know, I just it reminds me. I have a friend, and she used to, or she was a manager of some groups or music or singers or whatever. And when she was guiding people. They came to Slovakia for something, so like Snoop Dogg.
Really?
Yes, she was taking
These
care of
big names,
yes, and these big names. So I went to few festivals with her and so
Did he
on.
get any weed for him?
And you know, it was just great. So I was on few festivals and it was just perfect. So
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to Glastonbury. You know,
Oh, yeah,
it's one of the bigger ones, especially in the UK. Very famous and put on TV everywhere. Like festivals just have a different kind of atmosphere. You know,
yeah.
you may not know where you're going to be sleeping or how muddy you're going to get, and if you're going to shower or anything. But you're all there for one reason, and that's for music, which is always fantastic.
Yeah.
You feel the energy
It's
there.
really freestyle.
So, it really is. It really is. Yeah.
You wake up
Alright,
in the
well-
morning, oh, who are you?
Yeah. Is this my 10? Is this my 10?
It's like in Bridget Jones, the last one, you know, she went there. I think it was the same one.
It was Glastonbury?
Yeah, I don't know, but it was so crazy.
I mean, these music festivals are always crazy. Right?
Yeah,
They are. They really are. But they're special. You know,
Yeah.
they're a lot of fun at the same time. You make a lot of memories and have a lot of good times as well. So. All right. Well, we're going to be wrapping things up here because time has run away with us very, very quickly
Oh,
here.
really?
So before we start to wrap things up, Saskia, do you have any messages towards the people that are watching and our community as well that might be watching? Do you have anything that you'd like to say to them?
yeah. I think for each of us is the most important to find passion in something, you know, because if you find it, you can develop it, and then you can give to world something from inside of you. You can have better skill for that and everything. So I remember I had a neighbor. What's the name of this British guy? The Killing Joke, the singer. Oh Jesus, he's really famous, and he was my neighbor. And I was talking to him, and I said, okay, but it's quite hard to find what you really love in your life. And he said, it's easy. It's really, it's really easy. Just find 5 things you really like to do, or 10, and do each every day. And you will see that at the end of the month, you will left just 3 of them. You know, because the rest, it's not so important anymore for you. And then find the the main one. And what you need to do, you need to find the person or group or whatever, they are really good in it, and be inspired. And at that time, Jess Coleman, his name was, and he was at that time he was making music for Nirvana. It was 5 years ago.
Oh my God, you knew these people?
Yeah, and you know, and imagine
Saskia's famous.
and imagine that he finished, because it was for a symphonic orchestra, and it was some tribute to Cobain. It was 20 years after his death, and Nirvana asked him to make this music.
Okay.
So he finished it, and then I met him, because then he moved back to London and he lives in New Zealand or somewhere. So, and I asked him, so how was it? And he said, oh, I was in Russia, and we were, because, and I said, why Russia? And he said, because there is the best orchestra in the world. So after he finished, he wrote it, he went there to make a CD, or I don't know how they do it, you know, but you know, it was the same what he said to me. Okay, so just do 10 things, then every day, and you will see that you do something much more, you like something much more, and then just keep the one and just find someone who is really good in it. And you can find a lot of videos on YouTube. You know, now it's quite easy how you can learn. And if you find it, just
with like
Yeah.
free internet for most of the people,
yeah.
it's really easy to find like things that can
Because I meet
help you get better in what you love.
Yeah, I meet people, they are into graphics or programming, and this passion and this energy, it's really good, and just don't waste your time. You know, it's just, it's not that you have to do something,
Yeah,
but time is just running. So,
Yeah, but like people often, at least from my opinion, people often like hunt down the money and not the passion. You know, they want to work somewhere where they will get like fat paycheck every month. And
but
they
this
are
is
not
only
worried
at the
about that
beginning because you need to be
of course,
skilled,
this is-
and at the end, if you're really professional in something, money will,
Yes.
you know, it just you will get paid for it.
Yes,
So
absolutely. So I would say like it's more worth of like doing the struggles at the end somewhere where you have the passion, because the money will come later. Probably.
Yeah. You just you need to spend time to get better skill, whatever it is, you know. So
Do what makes you happy.
yes.
Because if you will be somewhere where you will get like the money, but you will be like depressed there every day, then I don't think that the money will like you know, balance it
happy.
out for you.
Yeah. So do more what makes you happy, you know. So
That's
Couldn't think of wiser words. to end on the
that's
stream.
really great message.
Yeah, I think that was the most inspirational ending sort of one of our
Ever.
streams here we've had in the history of SCS
Alex,
Software. That's fantastic.
Alex, we can't be that. Like, you know, we usually end up with like talks about food and like then
Yeah, it's
No,
like-
Saskia
it's
comes
the
with
same.
this
No,
deep
it's the
message like,
same
oh
with
my
me.
god, we can't be that. We can't be that. Like,
no, because sometimes I met these people like every day, you know, and I know that sometimes it's hard to find, but if you really want to find it, just try and you will find it. That's it. It's at the end it's so simple, and one is that you know, and second you just need to give it time, you know. If we will lying in a bed and watching Netflix, you know, so time is just running. Yeah.
True. That's so true. There you go. Well, there's some words of inspiration for all of you. Someone in the chat saying, "Hey, poetic." That was deep, man. That was deep. That's what they're
Oh
saying
yeah,
in
and
the
I
chat.
have one
Everyone's
more.
very
I'm sorry,
inspirational.
one more
Oh, go for it.
important,
Go for it.
important. What I want to say. Sometimes it happens that if people apply for some job, and we will say no because portfolio is not good enough or something, it's not end of the world.
Yeah.
We have people they improve their skills and they came back after 1 year, and they are in, you know, or just
and that's what
Yes.
what they should do. Like,
yes.
like they shouldn't probably take the first no as the last no as
Yeah,
well.
no is no just
Exactly,
for
yeah.
now,
Yeah.
and tomorrow can be
That's it.
different, you know. So
Absolutely. Just better and improve yourself, and always work
Yeah.
towards the dream, towards the goal.
Yeah.
You know, don't give up on your dreams.
Yeah.
You said it. Shia
Yes.
LaBeouf?
don't give up.
Don't let your dreams
Don't
be
give up on
dreams.
your
Just do it.
Inspirational. Just
Just do it. Yes.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Make them a reality. I love it. Wise, inspirational words for the end of the stream. There. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much, Saskia. We really appreciate you and your time. And you know, it's honestly so interesting to kind of learn about what you do at SCS Software and all the. It felt like almost like a completely different stream, because usually we have people that are directly working with the game, but you know, roles such as yours are just as critical and just as important for SCS Software as those who are more directly involved within the game, because I think without you and your team and many others like you as well, you know, SCS wouldn't be running as smoothly as it does.
True.
And keeping us all happy and bringing new talent and faces to the company as well. It's great to see, and how much you've been a part of the history as well of SCS Software. I think a lot of people found that quite surprising, you know, how long you have been at SCS Software and how much you've very much been a part of, you know, seeing it grow to where it is today. And, you know, who knows where we'll be a few years down the line. Maybe we'll have you on the stream again and things might be completely different.
Yeah, that's true.
But hopefully still that same mentality of, you know, SCS kind of having that family feel, that small company feel. So no, we really appreciate you being on the stream and taking your time out this evening to be with us.
Thank you for having me. It was great to be here.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And Nimra as well, of course. Always pleasure to have you as well, to be
Always.
with us and to kind of drive the truck as well. I didn't see any crashes,
Oh, then
so
you should-
I'm not sure if that's
You should watch the record, because I nailed some pretty hard parking there.
You did, and see, I was just so taken aback by what Saskia was saying, all the wise words and the interest and everything. I got completely zoned out there. So, but I'm very sure there was some good parking there. I think people in the chat there saying that hard parking. Yeah. People were
like
giving you praise. So there you go.
Thank you, Alex.
Of course,
thank you as well for
Alex,
hosting the stream.
Appreciate it. No, I always love being here. Always enjoy doing these streams. And of course, a massive thank you to everyone at home who's been watching. If you're just joining us, I know a few of you are saying, hello, I've just made it. Unfortunately, we are wrapping things up here, but you can watch back the stream. It'll be available on our YouTube channel, SCS Software. Some of you are watching there now, so make sure to watch back on the VOD.
Let's rate.
Let's watch it back on our Twitch stream
rate
as well.
someone.
So, but yeah, let's do a raid. If you don't know what a raid is, Saskia, basically we take all of our audience from the Twitch stream and we go support somebody else from our community who's also streaming Euro Truck Simulator 2. And go support them. So let's see if we can find somebody.
Darius saying that Arrow's Realm is doing a live stream reaction to our stream right now. So
he's doing a reaction to our stream.
That could be fun.
Are we gonna take the stream?
I saw him spamming like hashtag bacon for Nemiro all the way down here. Like
he was the one that made the trailer. The one that was on the Twitter.
We have to bring him in. We have to bring it in for one stream one day. Definitely.
I think that's a great idea. Okay, well let me see if I can find Arrow's Realm here. We're gonna go into Inception here. We're gonna go into Inception and see ourselves going from one channel to another. But yeah, let's do that. Okay, wonderful. Well, chat, thank you so much for being here as well. We really, really appreciate you, and also a massive thank you to Philip behind the scenes, making the production possible and making things run smoothly as well. We really appreciate it. But please, all of you on Twitch, stick around with us because we are gonna go for a raid. If I can see, I'm in Germany still. I'm trying to find the slash on my keyboard. It's completely different to the UK keyboard. And I think I've got this. There it is. We got it. There you go. Join us for a raid. There you go.
Let's
just
do
click raid with
this.
us and we'll head over there. All right. Well, thank you everybody. We appreciate you all. We'll be back again for another stream soon.
Next
so
week.
Next week, look out on our socials for more details on that. But until then, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening from wherever you are watching the world. And we'll catch you again for another one soon. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.